Hari Om children. Today we are going to discuss another concept of polynomials. In our previous class, we had a discussion about relation between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. In that, when there is a quadratic polynomial and we are finding the zeros of a polynomial, after that we are finding the relation between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. So we know how to find zeros of a quadratic polynomial by using the factorization or by using the splitting method. First we are finding the zeros, then we are finding the relation between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. Today we are discussing another concept of relationship between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. What is this? Means we know when quadratic polynomial is given how to find the zeros. Today we are going to learn when zeros are given how to find the quadratic polynomial. When question is given we know how to find the answers. Now answer is given how to find the question. That we are learning here. Means when we have alpha and beta are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. So this is the general form of a quadratic polynomial. For this polynomial I have the zeros alpha and beta. Now how to find the original quadratic polynomial? Means here I have a formula of that, k into x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. This is the formula for finding quadratic polynomial when we know the zeros. Whenever we know the zeros of a polynomial, we can find the quadratic polynomial. Here k is any real number. So the value of k is depends on the situation or depends on the values of alpha and beta. Here you can observe that here alpha plus beta is nothing but what? Sum of the zeros. Alpha into beta is nothing but what? Product of zeros. So this is about the formula for finding a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are given alpha and beta. Here you have one example problem to understand the concept how to find the zeros of a the quadratic polynomial when zeros are given. If you observe here, there is a question. Find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and product of whose zeros are minus 3 and 2. Now first try to understand the question properly. What is given here? What are the values of minus 3 and minus 2? Here the values of minus 3 and plus 2 are not zeros. They are nothing but sum of the zeros and product of zeros. So the value of minus 3 is nothing but sum of the zeros. The value of 2 is nothing but product of zeros. So whenever we know sum and product of zeros, we need to find the quadratic polynomial. So how to find the quadratic polynomial using the given information? Let us see how to solve this problem. We have two methods to prove. The first method is, as we know that the general form of a quadratic polynomial will be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. This is the general form of a quadratic polynomial. Here the value of a, the value of b and the value of c are nothing but real numbers, and for these the zeros are nothing but, let us consider, Alpha and beta are the zeros. Alpha and beta are nothing but what? Zeros. As we know that sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta. What is given alpha plus beta value? Minus 3. So the value of minus 3, I can write it as minus 3 by 1. That can be, as we know that sum of the zeros formula is what? Minus b by a. So here minus 3 by 1 is equal to minus b by a. And we know the product of zeros alpha into beta. What is given product of 0 value here? 2. So alpha into beta is equal to 2 given. 2 can be written as 2 by 1. As we know that the product of 0 formula is nothing but what? C by A. So here sum of the zeros alpha plus beta is equal to minus 3 by 1. That is equal to minus B by A. Here the product of zeros alpha into beta is equal to 2 by 1, which is equal to C by A. Now when we compare, here what is the value of A? 1. Here what is the value of A? 1. So the value of A is equal to 1. The value of B, minus B is equal to minus 3. So when we get cancel minus minus, so the value of B we get how much? 3. The value of B we get 3. Next, here by comparison, the value of C, how much we have? 2. So by comparison of these values, we are getting the value of A is equal to 1, the value of B is equal to 3, and the value of C is equal to 2. So the value of A is equal to 1, value of B is equal to 3, value of C is equal to 2. Therefore, the required polynomial, what is our required polynomial? Ax square plus bx plus c. By taking the value of A is equal to 1, we have 1 into x square. Taking the value of B is equal to 3, 3 into x. Taking the constant 2. Finally, I have a quadratic polynomial is x square plus 3x plus 2. So this is method 1. Here we are using the concept of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Sum of the zeros, product of the 0. This is about method 1 for finding the quadratic polynomial. Here we have method 2. Just now we have seen method 1, how to find the required quadratic polynomial. Now method 2, what is given in the problem? Sum of the zeros. So alpha plus beta is given minus 3. Alpha plus beta is given minus 3. And product of the zeros, alpha into beta, is given 2. Now using these information, we are going to find a quadratic polynomial. For that, we have a formula. What is the formula? The polynomial with two zeros, alpha and beta. Whenever we know the zeros of a polynomial, so this is the formula for finding a quadratic polynomial. What is the formula? K into x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. K into x square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. This is the formula for finding a quadratic polynomial. Now by using this quadratic polynomial formula we are finding. So k into x square, alpha plus beta, the value of alpha plus beta is how much? Minus 3. So minus of minus 3 into x plus the product of zeros, alpha into beta is how much is given? 2. So finally we have k into x square plus 3x plus 2. Now here, as we know that the value of k is nothing but what? A real number. Now what to be considered in place of k. So what we are considering here, let k is equal to 1. Let k is equal to 1. Now you may ask that why? Why should we consider the value of k as 1? I can consider k value as 2, or I can consider k value as 3, or I can consider k value as minus 5, because k is said to be a real number. So the reason for taking the value of k is 1 is depends on the denominator of the polynomial. Here the polynomial is having the denominator is 1. Here I have what? I have the denominator 1. X square plus 3x plus 2 by 1. So when the denominator is 1, so that we are considering the value of k is also 1. The value of k is always depend on the value of the denominator. Whatever the denominator you have, that is the value of k. Here I have the denominator value is 1, so that we are assuming the value of k is also 1. Now by taking the value of k is 1, what is our required polynomial? X square plus 3x plus 2. This is the another method to find a quadratic polynomial. Let us see another example to understand more about the concept of finding a quadratic polynomial. Here we have a question like this. Find a quadratic polynomial, the sum and the product of zeros are minus 1 by 2 and 3 by 2. So what is the meaning of minus 1 by 2 and 3 by 2? Here the value of minus 1 by 2 is nothing but sum of the zeros. The value of 3 by 2 is nothing but product of zeros. So when the sum of the zeros and product of zeros are given, how to find a quadratic polynomial? Just now we have seen one example, and to find a quadratic polynomial we have total two methods. Let us see method 1. Let the quadratic polynomial be ax square plus bx plus c. This is our general form of a quadratic polynomial. So for every quadratic polynomial, as we know that we have two zeros. What are they? Alpha and beta. These are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Now sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta. What is given alpha plus beta? Minus 1 by 2. So I have taken minus 1 by 2. As we know that sum of the zeros formula is what? Minus b by a. Now by comparison of these two, minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus b by a. We need to compare these two. And moreover, we have the product of zeros also. What is the product of zeros? Alpha into beta. What is the value is given? 3 by 2. So the product of zeros alpha into beta is nothing but 3 by 2. As we know that the formula of product of zeros is c by a. So here we are comparing these two. Now by comparison of these two, here the value of a is equal to 2. Here also the value of a is equal to 2. So finally we got value of a is 2. And similarly the value of minus b is equal to minus 1. Both minus can get cancelled. B is equal to 1. Here the value of c is equal to how much? 3. So we got c is equal to 3. By comparison of these two quantities, we are getting a is equal to 2, b is equal to 1 and c is equal to 3. Therefore the required polynomial, what is the general form of a quadratic polynomial? Ax square plus bx plus c. Now taking the value of a as 2, taking the value of b as 1, taking the value of c as 3, finally we have 2x square plus x plus 3. This is our required quadratic polynomial. This is about method 1 for finding a quadratic polynomial when we know sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. Now let us come for method 2. We have method 2 for finding a quadratic polynomial. What is given in the question? In the question they have given sum of the zeros. So alpha plus beta is given minus 1 by 2. Product of zeros is given 3 by 2. So once we know this information, now how to find the product quadratic polynomial? So to find a quadratic polynomial, we have a formula of that k into x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. This is the formula for finding a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are alpha and beta. Now k into x square minus alpha plus beta. The value of alpha plus beta is given how much? Minus 1 by 2 into x. Alpha into beta. The product of zeros alpha into beta is given how much? 3 by 2. Here by taking LCM as 2, when we simplify, we are getting k into 2x square minus into minus plus 1 into x, 1x plus 3 by 2. Now what is the denominator we have here? The denominator value is how much? 2. When the denominator value is 2, the value of k also we need to consider as 2. So that let k is equal to 2. Now by taking k is equal to 2, we have the final quadratic polynomial is 2x square plus x plus 3. As I told you, the value of k is always depends on the value of the denominator. In previous problem, we have the denominator value is 1, so that we consider the value of k as 1. Now in this example, the value of denominator is 2, so that the k value we consider as 2. By considering k value as 2, we have the required quadratic polynomial is 2x square plus x plus 3. This is the way we can find the quadratic polynomial by knowing sum of the zeros and product of zeros. Next we have another concept is relationship between zeros and coefficients of a cubic polynomial. So just now, up to now, we discussed relationship between zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. Now when a cubic polynomial is given, how to find the zeros and how to find the relationship between zeros and coefficients, that we are going to discuss. As we know that the general form of a cubic polynomial is ax cube. This is cube. Ax cube plus bx square. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. A is not equal to 0 and a, b, c, d are nothing but real numbers. So when this is the general form of a cubic polynomial, as we know that for a cubic polynomial we have how many zeros? 3 zeros. What are they? Alpha, beta and gamma. These are the 3 zeros of a polynomial. So the number of zeros depends upon the degree of a polynomial. When we are discussing about quadratic polynomial, we have 2 zeros, alpha and beta. Now we are discussing about cubic polynomial. When we discuss about cubic polynomial, definitely we have 3 zeros. What are they? Alpha, beta and gamma are the zeros of a cubic polynomial. So now I have a cubic polynomial and I have a zeros. Now let us have a relationship between zeros and coefficients. Now the first relation, what we have? Sum of the zeros. What is the first relation? Sum of the zeros. Alpha plus beta plus gamma. So the relation is alpha plus beta plus gamma is nothing but minus b by a. What is the relation? Sum of the zeros is equal to minus b by a. What is the meaning of b? B is nothing but coefficient of x square. And what is nothing but a? A is nothing but coefficient of x cube. So finally here I have a relation between zeros and coefficients. Alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. This is the first relation between zeros and coefficients of a cubic polynomial. Here we have second relation. What is the second relation? Sum of the product of two zeros taken at a time. Means we are finding sum. Which sum we are finding? Product of two zeros taken at a time. Means alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha. Here alpha into beta, product of two zeros. Beta into gamma, product of two zeros. Gamma into alpha, product of two zero. All these products, what we are doing? We are finding the sum. So alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha. So what is this? It is nothing but C by A, which is nothing but what? C by A. So this is nothing but coefficient of x by coefficient of x cube. C is nothing but coefficient of x. A is nothing but coefficient of x cube. This is the formula and this is the relation we have between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. Now the third relation, product of zeros, means alpha into beta into gamma. Product of the zeros, alpha into beta into gamma. So the formula for product of the zeros is nothing but minus d by a. What is d here? Constant term. What is a here? Coefficient of x cube. So finally I have a relation between zeros and coefficient. So the product of zeros is alpha into beta into gamma is equal to minus d by a, which is equal to minus constant term by coefficient of x cube. So for a quadratic polynomial we have two formulae. One is sum of the zeros, another one is product of the zeros. Now for a cubic polynomial we have three relations. One is alpha plus beta plus gamma, another one is alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha, and last one is product of zeros alpha into beta into gamma. So these are the three relations we have. Now using these three relations, let us have one example problem to understand more about the concept of cubic polynomial. Here we have example number 5. Verify that 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of the cubic polynomial p of x is equal to 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. So what is given in the question? They have given a cubic polynomial and they have given three values. What are the values? 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3. Now what we need to verify? So we need to verify that whether these three values are zeros of this polynomial or not. How can we say that these are the zeros or not? Means a simple technique we know. Just replacing x with 3 by simplifying. If we get the answer is 0, then we say that it is a 0 of a polynomial. In class 9th, we have seen finding zeros of a polynomial. We know that finding zeros of a polynomial in class 9 we have seen. So by replacing the variable with a constant and by simplifying the polynomial, when we get the answer is 0, then the number is nothing but called 0 of a polynomial. For example, if I take x is equal to 3 in the entire polynomial, by simplifying that, if I get the answer is 0, I can say that 3 is a 0 of a polynomial. Similarly, we can replace x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to minus 1 by 3. So every value we need to verify. Now let us see how to verify it. Given polynomial is 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. So this is the general form of a cubic polynomial. What is the general form of a cubic polynomial? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Now by comparing these two polynomials, I have the value of a is 3, the value of b is 5, the value of c is minus 11, the value of d is minus 3, that we are writing here. So a is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 5, c is equal to minus 11, d is equal to minus 3. What are these? All these are nothing but coefficients. All these are nothing but what? Coefficients. We need these coefficients to find the relation between zeros and coefficients. So let it be. Now what I am doing? First, replacing x as 3 in the polynomial. So in the given polynomial 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3, just I am replacing x value as 3. Now replace x value as 3 and simplify. Let us see what we are going to get. 3x cube means 3 into 3 cube minus 5x square means minus 5 into 3 square minus 11 into x, so minus 11 into 3 and minus 3. As we know that 3 cube is how much? 27. 27 3s are how much? 81. 3 square is how much? 9. 3 square is how much? 9. So 9 5s are how much? 45. This is we are writing. 11 3s are 33 minus 33 and minus 3. By adding and subtracting, finally we have the answer is 0, which means that x is equal to 3 is 0 of a polynomial. Next, let us replace x with minus 1. So in the entire polynomial, the value of x is replacing with minus 1. So 3 into minus 1 whole cube minus 5 into minus 1 whole square minus 11 into minus 1 and minus 3. Minus 1 whole cube is nothing but minus 1. So 3 into minus 1 is nothing but what? Minus 3. Minus 1 whole square is 1. 1 into minus 5 is nothing but what? Minus 5. Minus into minus plus 11 ones are 11 and minus 3. Again by adding and subtracting, we have our final answer is 0. So once if we get our answer is 0, we can say that again x is equal to minus 1 is also 0 of a polynomial. And the last value what we have, minus 1 by 3. Let us take x is equal to minus 1 by 3. So now I am replacing x with minus 1 by 3. So 3 into x cube, 3 into minus 1 whole cube, minus 5 into x square, minus 5 into minus 1 by 3 whole square, minus 11x, minus 11 into minus 1 by 3 and minus 3. Now when we simplify, I have 3 into minus 1 by 3 whole cube, so which we get minus 1 by 27, minus 5 into minus 1 by 3 whole square, minus 1 whole square is 1, 3 square is 9, which we are getting 1 by 9. So minus into minus plus 11 into 1 by 3, which we get 11 by 3 and minus 3. Now here we can have cancellation, 3 ones are 3 nines are. So you have minus 1 by 9, minus 5 into 1 minus 5 by 9. Here by taking the LCM and all we can have 2 by 3. Again we have the LCM is 9. By simplifying that we have minus 1 minus 5, 3 twos are 6 and the final answer is 0. So once again we are getting the answer is 0, means when we replace x is equal to minus 3, our final answer is 0. So I can say that minus 1 by 3 is also 0 of a polynomial. So finally what we are able to understand? The given three values 3, minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of a polynomial. Next, the continuity we have, and then verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So first we are verifying whether these are the zeros or not. So now we know that these are the zeros. Now we need to go for relationship between zeros and the coefficients. Just now we proved that 3 minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of the given cubic polynomial. So that we are considering alpha is equal to 3, beta is equal to minus 1 and gamma is equal to minus 1 by 3. Now let us verify the relation. What are the relations we have? Sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta plus gamma. So the value of alpha is how much? 3. The value of beta minus 1. The value of gamma minus 1 by 3. With the help of LCM, when we add all these three values, we have 5 by 3. 5 by 3 can be written as minus of minus 5 by 3. So that minus, the value of minus 5 is nothing but how much? B. The value of 3 is nothing but what? A. Finally, sum of the zeros I got minus B by A. Next relation I have alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha. So alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha is nothing but 3 into minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 1 by 3 plus minus 1 by 3 into 3. By simplifying this value, we are getting minus 11 by 3. As we know that the value of minus 11 is nothing but C, the value of 3 is nothing but A. So finally, the second relation I have alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha is nothing but C by A. And the final relation what I have, product of zeros, alpha into beta into gamma. So 3 into minus 1 into minus 1 by 3, I have minus of minus 3 by 3. As we know that minus 3 is nothing but what? D. 3 is nothing but A. Finally, we have the relation alpha into beta into gamma is nothing but minus D by A. So these are the three relations we have verified. All the given three values are zeros of a cubic polynomial, as well as all the relations are also satisfied. This is an important model for a 4 marks question. Now with this help you can try. These are the homework problems. In exercise 2 we have second Roman, find a quadratic polynomial each with the given as sum and product. Here alpha plus beta, alpha into beta, alpha plus beta, alpha into beta, alpha plus beta, alpha into beta, like that the values are given. With the help of the first two exercise problems, you can finish this exercise, as well as with the help of the third exercise you can finish these two examples also. So try to understand the example problems and try to finish these homework problems also. In next class we are going to discuss about division of a polynomial. Hari Om. Thank you.